Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us today on Raider Vision. We are here live at Frederick Douglass Field in downtown Newark, New Jersey. It's softball this afternoon as the Scarlet Raiders come in with a record of 2-12 on the season as they take on a very strong conference opponent in the College of New Jersey. They come in with an overall record of 13-3. We are moments away from starting lineups and our national anthem. First, a little bit about Rutgers Newark. Again, overall record of 2-12 in the NJAC. They are going to be pitted against a powerhouse of a program in the visiting College of New Jersey. Again, ranked number 21 in the country, or number 19 in the country. They are led by their pitcher, Eliza Sweet, who had a perfect game in her last outing. She will get the nod this afternoon for TCNJ. The Player of the Week given to Eliza Sweet was announced yesterday. In her perfect game, 13 strikeouts and the first complete no-hitter perfect game of Eliza Sweet's career. It's the third time she has been honored with the Player of the Week. Eliza Sweet is 24-9 for her career. TCNJ ranked 19th in the country, and they have a legendary coach as well in Sally Miller, who's been at the helm for TCNJ since 1996. One of the most successful programs in Division III, winning a championship in 1996. Their last NJAC championship came in 2019. They are 11-time NCAA Division III tournament invitees. Former third baseman at the University of Iowa is Sally Miller. She was an assistant at Princeton and Michigan State as well, and Rutgers Newark head coach Kate Seamster played for TCNJ and coach Sally Miller. So we've got all sorts of connections here today. It has honestly, candidly been a struggle this season for the Rutgers Newark Scarlet Raiders with just 2 wins on the season. They will look to rebound here this afternoon in game 1. Starting pitcher today for Rutgers Newark will be Paige Masiello. Paige is a junior, right-handed pitcher out of West Milford, New Jersey. And we will now take a moment to honor America as we all rise for the playing of our national anthem. And that's going to do it for the national anthem. Moments away from our first pitch with Masiello in the circle starting for TCNJ, batting first, playing third base, batting first, playing the designated player is number 13, Casey Novelling. Batting second, Katie Winchuk, playing center field. Batting third will be the left fielder, Ali Amerso. Batting fourth, Lauren Conroy, playing third base. Batting fifth, it'll be Julia Mayerchik, the catcher. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Jacqueline Cariffi. Batting seventh will be the first baseman, Elise Nardoza. Batting eighth, it's Julia Canali, playing shortstop. Batting ninth will be the second baseman, Julia Vardaman. In pitching will be the NJAC Player of the Week, number 22, Eliza Sweet. And for your Scarlet Raiders, batting first, playing shortstop, Jackie Arute. Batting second will be Masha Corbett, second baseman. Batting third, first baseman Jackie Lara. Batting fourth, Brianna Hernandez, the designated player. Batting fifth, the center fielder Michelle McMillan. Batting sixth, the catcher Megan Tomaselli. Seventh, the right fielder Patricia French Reyes. Batting eighth, the third baseman Emily Bardis. Batting ninth for Rutgers Newark, the left fielder Alex DiMartino. And pitching will be Paige Masiello. So stepping into the box as we get things underway at Frederick Douglass Field is the designated player, number 13, Casey Novelling.
No easy games in these last 2 games here, John.
And joining us, surprise guest today, Mr. Everything at Rutgers Newark, Tom Krichkowski. Not an easy walk in the park today for Rutgers Newark. Candidly, they've run into a powerhouse here in the 19th nationally ranked TCNJ.
You know, last week it was against the 21 ranked Rowan Profs, and now here we are, just a few days later, and another ranked opponent.
And that's going to be a base hit for the leadoff batter, Casey Novelling, out of Egg Harbor, New Jersey. Attended Toms River North High School. As Masiello gives up a leadoff base hit to Novelling, and it's now the center fielder, Katie Winchuk.
You know, the Scarlet Raiders infield was ready for that Novelling hit. Novelling hit it in the perfect spot right up the middle.
Yeah, and that's a strike, and stealing second base is Novelling. She'll be in there safely. Masiello taking something off of that pitch, and swinging right through it was Winchuk. Tom, you mentioned Rowan last week on April 24th. The Scarlet Raiders losing both games. Game 1, 10-0 in 5 innings. Game 2, 12-0 in 5 innings. You think it's going to be difficult for Coach Seamster to keep these kids positive in what's been a challenging couple of weeks here? You know,
Coach Seamster has done a great job at keeping team morale high, because when you're in a winning slump, as the Scarlet Raiders currently are, it's tough to keep everybody's morale high.
I like the way you put that, by the way, a winning slump.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a little positive spin on it. I like it.
Do.
I like it. Masiello deals outside, and that will be ball one. Counts now 1-2. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, so she's done a great job at managing the team and, like I said, keeping expectations in check and morale high, because the one thing you don't want is when you're in this slump is for the team to start bickering with one another, and that's when your team morale just starts to fall apart. The team is stuck together. They're enjoying the season, and everybody makes the playoffs, so they're just hoping to get hot at the right time.
Count now 2-2 to Winchuk. I've seen nothing but positivity, Tom, at least in warm-ups today, and the kids seem vocal and enthusiastic, and it's nice to see that. Just the fact that we're out here today playing softball on a beautiful spring afternoon, despite all the challenges due to COVID-19, and it's really terrific. So I look at this as really a win-win to see these young women getting some exercise, some sunshine, and as we are in the countdown for the final couple of games and the end of another academic year. And we mentioned Senior Day last week, and some of these young women moving on with their lives.
Yeah, absolutely, and we wish them the best. You always like to see the student athletes move on and do well.
And that's a sharply hit ball to the center fielder, tagging up, throw it home, not in time. And coming in to score was Casey Novelling on the sacrifice fly to center field by Winchuk. And TCNJ on the board early with the first run of the game.
And that's why you want, that's fine, and that's why you put Novelling up at first, because she got on, stole second, immediately moved over to third, and then when you're in that scoring position, she made the most of it.
Yeah, I mean, TCNJ, haven't seen a whole lot of them, honestly, this season, but being able to play a little small ball and fundamentally sound baseball, which is what all teams strive to do, is really the key. Mix it up, and that's going to be flared foul down the left field line. And making a nice attempt. Nice hustle by Patty French Reyes.
That's Alex DiMartino out there in left.
It is Alex DiMartino. I stand corrected. Patty's playing right field. So I'm working out the kinks here as well here in the early going. DiMartino coming up a little short. And Tomaselli does a nice job of digging that pitch out of the dirt, getting her body in front of it. Good block. And the count now at 2-1. As Masiello deals called strike. So it's Lauren Conroy with the 2-2 count with 2 away here in the top of the first.
Be good for the Scarlet Raiders to get out right here. Only allow 1 run against this powerhouse.
And Conroy pops it way high, a mile high, handled by the shortstop. For the Scarlet Raiders, a nice put away by Jackie Arute, and that'll do it. As the Scarlet Raiders will get their first at-bat of the afternoon. Yeah, and, you know, the strength of the NJAC, Tom, certainly being displayed here in all its glory with these last 2 opponents in Rowan and now TCNJ. So certainly a lot for the Scarlet Raiders to work on here this afternoon. And Masiello's been a workhorse for the Scarlet Raiders all season long.
Yeah, despite, you know, some of these lopsided scores you might have seen, she's only got a 2.86 ERA. So, like,
absolutely,
it's been trouble on the infield with the errors that have really led to these lopsided scores. It's not really been the issue inside the circle for the Scarlet Raiders.
That's a good point. And, you know, defensively, as you alluded to, there have been some lapses defensively and some error-filled games. And, you know, maybe they can try to work to curtail a little bit of that here today, as, again, we wrap up this season, Tom, with the final two games.
Correct.
And any word on when the announcement's going to be for the postseason? I guess everything's got to get finished up.
There's another doubleheader on Saturday. We play Rutgers Camden down in Camden, New Jersey.
Right.
So
last 2 home games.
Well, today's the last 2 home games. The
Right.
last 2 games of the season are Saturday. Hold on as I make this announcement.
There you go.
Now batting for shortstop, number 22, Jackie Arute. And like I was saying, so after Saturday, you know, the seedings will really be in stone, and then from there, the bracket will come out.
And yeah, we'll have that announcement for you. Any chance at any home games?
The way that things currently sit, no. We're just with only 2 wins. It's going to be hard to
be at the mercy of the schedule makers and the seedings.
Correct.
And Jackie Arute, the leadoff hitter for the Scarlet Raiders, fouls that off.
Jackie Arute still just
strike 1.
2 hits away from 100 in her career.
Holding at 98 is Jackie Arute. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Be nice to have that celebration here today at home at Frederick Douglass Field. Arute nails one down the left field line. Gorgeous grab by the left fielder for TCNJ. That was Allie Amerso on the run, stealing a double away from Jackie Arute. Jackie, a lot of pop in her bat, but Amerso able to flag that one down for the first out of the bottom half of the inning for TCNJ.
The way things currently sit, John, there's if Ramapo wins one more game in conference, there's no way we can break out of the 9 seed. So
I gotcha. Okay, so there you have it. At least for the seedings to this stage, and the second batter in the order is Masha Corbett playing second base today.
The Scarlet Raiders, John, would have to win both these games today and then both the games on Saturday which would put them at 6-12 within the conference, and Ramapo would have to lose all their games to go to 5-13.
Not likely, but anything's possible.
Absolutely. On any given day, John, anybody
That's
can win.
right. Like they say in the NFL, any given Sunday. And that's going to be a routine fly ball to the right fielder, making the put away for out number 2 was Jacqueline Cariffi. So 2-way now for the number 3 hitter for the Scarlet Raiders. And stepping into the box will be Jackie Lara. Jackie's playing first base today. Batting third in the order. Jackie is a sophomore from Ridgefield, New Jersey. Jackie's been solid all season long, gaining a lot of experience as an underclassman. And let's see what she can do here today against Eliza Sweet, the NJAC Player of the Week. Her last outing was a no-hitter, perfect game, the first of her career. And that had to be quite an exciting moment for the starting pitcher today for TCNJ. And congratulations to Jackie on that incredible accomplishment. Unbelievable. Certainly a highlight for her, without a doubt.
It's not easy to throw a no-no, John.
Yeah, and as a senior, she continues to pile up the accolades for her individual pitching accomplishments. Count now at 2-1 with 2 away.
Yep, missing our official statistician here today, and Sammy Uter at the table.
Really?
Yep.
Sammy, what happened there, Tom?
Getting a little surgery,
Ooh.
so we wish her well.
Well, good luck and speedy recovery. That's going to drop in for a base hit over the shortstop's head. Getting a glove on it was Julia Canali, but not able to hold on. Tom, I guess we're going to rule that a base hit, I hope.
Yeah, absolutely, John. She's running. That's not a routine play. Over your shoulder trying to catch. This is not the NFL here.
Are you making that call?
Yes, I am the official statistician
okay.
today. So
I'm going to keep them honest, folks. No
home cooking here.
No home field advantage here. So a base hit and the first runner on of the afternoon for the Scarlet Raiders, and hit by that pitch is number 11, Brianna Hernandez, the designated player. So we've got a base hit, a hit batsman, runners on first and second as this 2-out rally continues. Stepping into the box now is number 2, Michelle McMillan.
McMillan has been known to drive in runs here. She's been up and down kind of in her first year with the Scarlet Raiders, but when she's on, she'll find the gap, and with her speed, she can turn this into a 2 RBI single if she wanted to.
Let's hope so. Michelle playing center field again today. Takes a big cut at that fastball, fouling it away. Listen, Michelle McMillan, for what it's worth, has gained a big fan in the yours truly. Love the hustle in center field. Sacrifices the body, diving for fly balls, has made some incredible plays defensively, and always gives 100%. Sounds cliche, but it's true. That's going to be a grounder to the shortstop.
Oof.
And just in time for the 3rd out of the inning. Making the play at second base, I should say, for the for TCNJ was Julia Vardaman for the 3rd out of the game. So killing that rally there was, again, the pitching by Eliza Sweet. But listen, Tom, Eliza Sweet, no-hitter in her last outing, gives up a first-inning base hit, a hit batsman. Eliza Sweet clearly coming back down to earth a little bit after that huge win in her last outing. So it's good to see Rutgers doing what they did there in the first inning.
Yeah, and absolutely. And if you remember in the beginning of the season, the Scarlet Raiders had those 2 big comebacks. So the more they see themselves hit the ball and get on base, the more confidence they'll grow. And as the game grows longer, they'll become more confident and they'll be getting more hits at the plate. So and to stay in a game like this, that's exactly what they're going to have to do.
Listen, I can't speak for Kate Seamster, but
Also,
sorry.
Go ahead. Kate Seamster played for TCNJ, and now she's coaching against her former coach here. So you know, there's a little competition here.
Oh yeah, nice little
outside the game.
Nice little sidebar story. The Hall of Fame coach Sally Miller, having coached Rutgers Newark's second-year head coach Kate Seamster. But as I was saying, I can't speak for Coach Seamster, but these young women today from Rutgers Newark really have nothing to lose. So why not try to slay the dragon here
Absolutely.
today in game number 1?
Lay it all on the line.
And we get ready for the start of the second inning. And it's the catcher, Julia Mayernick. Julie's batting 5th today for TCNJ. Got an interesting open stance, does Julia. She pops this one up into foul territory. Tomaselli throws off the mask. That was a tricky fly ball into foul territory. And the catcher for the Scarlet Raiders does a terrific job of getting underneath that fly ball in foul territory for the first out of inning number 2. Nice job by Megan Tomaselli.
Yeah,
She's been the
those
backbone,
high pop-ups are difficult to deal with.
especially the wind gusting a little bit here today. Not as bad as it was against Rowan, but credit Tomaselli for hanging in there and making the play for the first out of the inning. It's the right fielder, Jacqueline Carriffy. Jackie is a sophomore from Parsippany, New Jersey. That'll be a called strike. Count now 0-2 as Carriffy's in the hole. And Masiello looking dialed in the circle today. Masiello deals high and outside. That'll be ball 1. Good pitch to waste for Masiello. Don't want to give Carriffy anything too tasty to swing at there. Masiello was careful. 1-2 is going to be high. Count now even at 2.
Masiello just lost control of that riser there. That was, otherwise would have been the perfect pitch. You want.
Oh, that's going to be slapped to the shortstop. Throws in the dirt and unable to scoop it up. The first baseman, Jackie Lara. But you can't blame Jackie on that one, as rushing the throw a little bit to try to get the runner on that ground ball did not work. So are we going to, that'll be an error? An error will be scored on that play. So who do we give the error to, Tom?
That one goes to a root for the low throw.
And stealing second after the root error, now on second base for TCNJ is Jackie Carriffy. So stolen base for Jacqueline Carriffy. And Nardoza is going to foul that one off. Elise Nardoza, the first baseman.
Own to the count here.
For TCNJ. Nardoza is a senior out of Pennington, New Jersey, attended Hopewell Valley in her high school days. And Masiello deals, staying alive is Nardoza. Count remains at 0-2. Supposed to warm up this week, Tom.
Yep, tomorrow we're going to hit upper 80s.
Wow, is it that high?
Yeah.
Woo! A little chilly here today.
Just under the tent for us.
That's right. Upper 80s
Yep.
tomorrow. Wow.
Let me just double check that. Yep, 86 tomorrow.
Oh, my goodness.
Spring coming in full force here. I am a big fan of the warm weather. I do not like the cold whatsoever, so I welcome.
A little more like July. And that's going to be strike three. Masiello with their first K of the afternoon. Down swinging goes Nardoza for the second out of the inning. And now stepping into the box, it's going to be the number 8 hitter, Julia Canali. Canali playing shortstop today for TCNJ. Masiello looking good so far. That's going to be low, ball 1. And again, runner in scoring position for TCNJ.
So far, the Scarlet Raiders have done well with managing the runs, only allowing that one in the first, getting out of that. And so far here, 2 outs on the board, runner in scoring position, but no runs have crossed home plate yet.
Masiello deals short right field, just out of play and into foul territory. And both the second baseman, Masha Corbett, and the right fielder, Patty French-Reyes, had a bead on that foul ball, but were unable to catch up to it. So it's 2 outs, count at 1-1. Masiello takes the sign, and that's going to be low, ball 2. Good eye by Canali.
2-1.
Masiello deals right down the middle. It's a moonshot to the first baseman, and putting that one away easily was the Scarlet Raiders. First baseman Jackie Lara for the 3rd out of the inning. Way to go. Rutgers Newark looking good after that first run that was given up by Masiello in the top of the first. So 1.5 in the books, and Scarlet Raiders are coming up. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Rutgers Newark softball on Raider Vision. And we're back here at Frederick Douglass Field. Rutgers Newark softball, now batting the catcher for the Scarlet Raiders, Megan Tomaselli. Megan's been a backbone workhorse all season long at catcher for the Scarlet Raiders. Made a good defensive play last inning.
Tomaselli's going to look to pick up where her team left off in the first inning.
Able to get through to Eliza Sweet, who was the NJAC Player of the Week. If I haven't mentioned it enough times already. But impressive, perfect game by Sweet in her last outing. As Tomaselli goes even at 1-1. And the right-handed Tomaselli digs in. Sweet deals. Tomaselli fouls that way back. That one got stuck in the fence behind us. Count now 1-2 to Megan Tomaselli. We're here in the bottom of the second inning. The 19th ranked TCNJ in town this afternoon as they take on your Scarlet Raiders. That's going to be fouled off, and making the basket catch for TCNJ was the catcher, Julia Mayernick. Nice play. Mayernick didn't even have time to throw off her mask, which was probably an added challenge being able to see that. But needless to say, it's one away as Tomaselli fouls out. And it's going to be Patty French Reyes, the batter. As she takes ball one. Patty playing right field today, a sophomore out of Linden, New Jersey. Sweet takes something off of that one as Patty swings right through it. Count now at 1-1. Sweet delivers. That's going to be low. Count now 2-1 with one away here in the second inning of this doubleheader today. NJAC Conference matchup between the visiting TCNJ. Reyes, a grounder back to the pitcher, Sweet. Sweet in time with the throw to first for the second out of the inning. Sweet showing some cat-like reflexes there in the circle, making the play look easy for the second out of the inning.
And even though the Scarlet Raiders are getting thrown out here at first base, they're still making contact with the ball. And like I mentioned, the confidence is going to slowly build throughout this game and through the next game. And don't be surprised by the end of this one or the second one if the Scarlet Raiders aren't right in it.
Bardis now up for the Scarlet Raiders. It's going to be a called strike one. Left-handed hitter Emily Bardis playing third base today. That's a good point, Tom. I mean, you know, they're being aggressive at the plate, making contact. They got through to Sweet in the first inning with a base hit. I mean, didn't turn into any run production, but I like what I'm seeing so far against this very nationally ranked TCNJ team. And with the postseason looming, you get some momentum. Anything can happen,
Absolutely.
regardless of seeds for the NJAC tournament. And so already not intimidated at all are the Scarlet Raiders. Bardis is going to swing through that pitch from Sweet. Count now at 2-2 with two away. Second inning, 2 strikes, 2 balls, 2 outs. Sweet deals. Bardis slaps that one into foul territory on the left side. Into the dugout area for the Scarlet Raiders. Count remains 2-2. And that's going to be lined right to the third baseman for the final out of the inning. Lord Conroy didn't have to move too far to make that catch. And Eliza Sweet continues her solid play for TCNJ as there are 3 up and 3 down. And TCNJ coming up right after this. And welcome back, Julia Vardaman, with a line shot down the right field line and an absolutely brilliant grab in right field by Patty French Reyes, a web gem. I mean, an absolutely spectacular catch by the right fielder for the Scarlet Raiders for the first out of the inning. Worthy of a replay, Tom. Not happening today, but I got to tell you, that was a gorgeous catch by Patty French Reyes. I mean, one of the best I've seen this season.
She's doing well out there today, and also she did well at the plate, even though she got thrown out. She made contact, but she's making a case for remaining in the lineup.
And I got to tell you, defensively, the Scarlet Raiders look dialed in today. They've made a couple of really solid plays in the field as we are in the top of the third inning.
Yeah, I know head coach Seamster was really on her team today. Like, you have nothing to lose. Go out there and just play. You all know how to play the game, and just do what you love to do.
And Novelling's going to get on. Casey Novelling, the designated player. Will that be a base hit, Tom?
Absolutely. Hit right up the middle. Same spot she hit it the first time.
That's right. Novelling 2 for 2 in game number 1. I had a little bit of a obstructed view there for a moment. It is a base hit, and that's going to be stroked into left field for a solid base hit.
Looks like the Lions are starting to get hot here, and that's exactly what you don't want if you're the Scarlet Raiders.
Let's see what happens here. That was Winchuck, the center fielder, with the base hit. And now batting, the left fielder, Allie Amerso. Allie out of Brick, New Jersey. She's got runners on first and second as the Lions are threatening to roar here in inning number 3.
Just one out in this inning so far, so.
And TCNJ with a 1-0 lead, looking to increase that run production here in inning number 3 with 1 away. Winchuck is a senior. And Amerso, I should say, is a senior. As Allie fouls that one back. Count now at 0-2 as Masiello deals. And that's going to be lone outside. Ball 1. Winchuck on second in scoring position. Masiello deals, and that's line down the left field line into foul territory. Good hustle by the left fielder for the Scarlet Raiders. Alex DiMartino, who nearly crashed into the left field wall in foul territory. She wisely pulled up, as we wouldn't want to see any kind of major collisions out there. And that's going to be a double into the gap in left center field. 1 run scores. 2 runs will score. And coming through with the RBI triple is number 2, Allie Amerso. 2 RBIs for Amerso. The score now 3-0 for the Lions of TCNJ, and still just 1 away. And that was a really solid stroke by Amerso.
Amerso flew around those bases as well.
That's going to be way out of play.
You don't normally see a triple hit to left field, John.
You don't. I mean, it was in the gap, but the wheels were churning for Amerso as she cleared the bases with that triple. And Conroy, the cleanup hitter, smacks one into the outfield for an RBI single, and Lauren Conroy hit that exactly in the right spot as Amerso will score to make it 4-1 TCNJ.
4-0, John. We haven't scored a run yet.
Did I say one? I gotta get my act straight here.
Don't get me wrong. I wish we had a run.
4-0, Tom. That is right.
I'd love for the Scarlet Raiders to win on my birthday today. Give me a nice birthday present.
Wait, today?
Today is my 31st
my
birthday.
Gosh, come on,
Yes,
Tom.
sir. Yep.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Maybe instead of take me out to the ball game during the 7th inning stretch, we could do a little happy birthday.
Yep.
Good for you. Anything, any special celebrations planned tonight?
Nope. Spend the night here with the Scarlet Raiders softball
That's
program.
right. Well, you'll have a little time, maybe for a little, I don't know, a little late dinner or something.
Possibly, but unlikely.
All right. Well, Tommy, happy birthday.
Thank you.
Everybody here at Rutgers thanks you for all that you do. Two the count. As Meyernick fouls that one away. And I think it's Meyernick,
yep,
if I'm correct. So apologies for that. Julia Meyernick. Count now at 2-1 with one away. Masiello deals, hit right to the second baseman, but bobbling the ground ball on the play is the second baseman, Masha Corbett. So it will be an error to Corbett as Meyernick will be on first base. Conroy on second in scoring position.
And there's that error we talked about in the pregame.
Yeah. Just maybe a tricky hop.
That's two for the Scarlet Raiders today.
And it's Jacqueline Cariffi, number 10. And it's the left-handed Cariffi taking ball number 1. 1-1 to count. Runners on first and second. As the Lions have scored 3 runs here in inning number 3. Masiello deals low. That'll be ball 2. Cariffi's a sophomore, 5 feet 9 inches tall, out of Parsippany, New Jersey. And that's going to be a slow roller to the shortstop, but everyone's going to be safe, and that's going to be an infield hit. Cariffi will be safe at first on the infield hit. The slow roller enabled Cariffi to beat that one out. So bases loaded for the number 7 hitter, Elise Nardoza. As Coach Miller will talk things over with number 21, Nardoza. Now that's a head coach you listen to. She has earned her stripes working as the head coach at TCNJ since 1996. And won her first and only national championship, I believe, Tom, in 1996.
Wow, talk about making a splash as soon as you're hired.
Exactly. originally from Iowa. Assistant at Princeton and Michigan State before coming to TCNJ. And Masiello deals with bases loaded. And that's going to be bobbled by the shortstop, Jackie Arute. It was a line drive, but Jackie couldn't come up with it. And that's going to be 2 miscues in a row for the Scarlet Raiders. A run will come in. It's now 5-0. TCNJ still only 1 away. And bases remain loaded for the shortstop, Julia Canali. Julia, 5 feet 5 inches tall, from Pearl River, New York. Masiello deals, and bobbling it again is the second baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, Masha Corbett. Another run will score, will come in for the Lions, and again the defensive woes continue in the 3rd inning for the Scarlet Raiders. Score now 6-0. Strike from Masiello.
And this has been the trend for the Scarlet Raiders. They play well, and it's just one inning where they implode, and that's the deciding factor in these games.
And I almost feel like, it's contagious. It can go one way or another. Defensively, Rutgers Newark looked real solid the first 2 innings, and, several miscues in a row here in the infield have broken this thing wide open for the Lions. And that's going to be fouled away by Julia Vardaman. Julia playing second base today, batting 9th in the order. Vardaman with an opportunity to continue this big inning for the Lions. Will take ball 2. Count now even at 2-2 with 1 away here in the 3rd inning at Frederick Douglass Field. NJAC softball as Masiello deals, called strike. And down goes Vardaman for the 2nd out of the inning. Seemed to be a borderline pitch, but if it's close, you got to swing with 2 strikes. And the leadoff hitter, Casey Navolling. It's going to be 0-1 to Navolling. Ball 1, 1-1 the count to Navolling. Casey's out of Egg Harbor, New Jersey, a sophomore. Good opportunity here as bases remain loaded, and the left-handing Navolling digs in. Masiello deals. That's going to be slapped into foul territory for the 2nd strike of this at-bat for Casey Navolling. Count now at 1-2 with 2 away. Bases loaded. Masiello deals, strike 3 to end the inning. 2 strikeouts in a row for Masiello as she recovers and stops the bleeding here in inning number 3. But the score now 6-0 for the Lions of TCNJ. Scarlet Raiders coming up right after this. And welcome back, everybody. Score is 6-0 as the Lions of TCNJ with the early lead against your Scarlet Raiders from Rutgers, Newark. Michelle McMillan will take inside. I'm sorry, that is Alex DiMartino, the left fielder, will take inside for ball one.
Now, heading into the Rowan game, DiMartino was on a nice hitting streak, but that ended in the game against Rowan.
DiMartino, just a freshman.
Going to be a foundational piece for the Scarlet Raiders moving forward.
And gotta like DiMartino's hustle, both on the base paths and the outfield. Always going 100% all the time. And the Scarlet Raiders are going to have to start pecking away here, Tom, as we are getting close to that 8-run threshold.
And that's a good way to start the inning with a nice base on balls.
DiMartino draws the walk as the Scarlet Raiders have a runner on with no outs, and number 22 coming to the plate, Jackie Arute. Coach Kate talking things over with both DiMartino and Jackie Arute. Maybe playing a little small ball, a little sacrifice, move up the runner. We'll see. Some strategy here in inning number 3. All right, conference is over as DiMartino will jog back to first base after talking things over with head coach Kate Seamster. And Scarlet Raiders threatening early here in the bottom of the third. Jackie Arute steps in. And Sweet deals. That's going to be a flare in a right field. Unable to make the grab was a running right fielder for the Lions. Cariffi can't make the catch. And the Scarlet Raiders now have runners on first and second as Jackie Arute hit that perfectly for the base hit in the right field. Cariffi made a good attempt on that fly ball in right field, but couldn't come up with it. Got a glove on it, but wasn't able to hold on. Laying down a perfect bunt. Everybody's going to be safe. And the bench for the Scarlet Raiders is up and cheering. Bases now loaded. As Masha Corbett with a gorgeous bunt in the perfect spot. Everybody safe. No outs, bases loaded. As it's a David and Goliath matchup here today at Frederick Douglass Field. And the Scarlet Raiders are threatening here in the bottom of the third. The number 3 hitter, Jackie Lara, with a huge opportunity for the Scarlet Raiders.
Or should I say the perfect game?
That's going to be high.
Yeah, if she didn't get that hit.
2-0 now to Lara. Great spot for Jackie to be in with bases loaded.
I want to give her a hit on that so bad.
As Eliza Sweet facing the first bit of trouble here this afternoon in game 1. Sweet delivers. That's going to be into the gap, but getting underneath it and corralling that fly ball is the right fielder. Carriffy tagging on the play is number 14, DiMartino. Credit the RBI to Jackie Lara on the sacrifice to right. Scarlet Raiders on the board. Runners on first and second. Cleanup hitter Brianna Hernandez takes low, ball one.
I made a change. I gave it a hit. That's literally so close.
Hernandez, the designated player this afternoon. Runners on first and second. Scarlet Raiders have broken through. And that's going to be called a strike. 1-1 the count.
With that last hit by Jackie Root out to right field, she's now just one away.
99th hit of her career. And that'll be a foul tip. I'd either caught a piece of the umpire or the catcher, Julia Mayernick. Either way, count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still no outs. Runner in scoring position for the Scarlet Raiders. And it's Hernandez in the box. Ooh, called strike 3. Looked a little bit outside. But Brianna Hernandez down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Eminem, Michelle McMillan up to bat for the Scarlet Raiders. Ooh, and that was a fastball with some movement on it.
She was swinging for the fences there.
Michelle took a solid cut. And it's 0-1. That's sweet. Look dialed in on that last pitch. And that's another one in the exact same place. Exact same pitch.
Look for an off-speed pitch here to change it up, John.
McMillan now in the hole at 0-2. Ooh, borderline. Good eye, Michelle McMillan. Count now 1-2. Still runners on first and second. Eliza Sweet taking a little extra time before her delivery. Ooh, and that's going to be chased by McMillan as she swings through that riser for the final out of the inning. Strikeout for Eliza Sweet. As Eliza gets out of a jam for the Lions. One run comes in for the Scarlet Raiders, and after 3 innings of play, the score, TCNJ 6. The Scarlet Raiders of Rutgers University Newark 1. We'll be back on Raider Vision for the 4th inning right after this. And welcome back, Scarlet Raider and all you softball fans out there. We thank you so much for joining us this afternoon for doubleheader action between TCNJ and Rutgers Newark. Start of the fourth inning is underway as squaring up the bunt is Katie Winchuk for the Lions. She pulls back. A little deception there by Winchuk. Winchuk, the center fielder, in game number 1 for the Lions. Squaring up the bunt again, pulls it back, and then lays down the bunt, going foul. And it counts 1-1 now for Katie Winchuk. Masiello handcuffs Winchuk on that pitch. If you heard something in the background, I'm going to call that a car backfiring. Not exactly sure what that was, but everything's okay. And Winchuk takes ball 1. Masiello had a real nice succession of 2 pitches in a row before that ball. Count now at 2-2. Winchuk, a little slow roller to the second baseman for the easy put away. Jackie Lara looked solid making the catch there at first. And Masha Corbett, after a couple of bobbles there last inning, made that one look easy for the first out of the inning. Amerso takes low ball 1. Ali Amerso, the number 3 hitter, in the lineup today, playing left field out of Brick, New Jersey. That's going to be a line shot through the pitcher, collected by the second baseman for the Scarlet Raiders, Corbett, for her second putout of the inning. Marcia looking solid at second base with that play right there for the second out of the inning. And Masiello looking to wrap this up, make it a 1-2-3 inning.
It's a good job by Corbett to not dwell on that error, those 2 errors she had in that inning, and now she's playing very well.
Got to shake it off.
Act like it never happened.
That's
you can't go
right.
back and change it, so just move on.
Exactly. The cleanup hitter, Conroy, in the hole early at 0-1. Masiello deals. That's going to be outside. Ball 1. Lauren Conroy, 5 feet 4 inches tall, a senior out of Aberdeen, New Jersey, and Matawan Regional. Count now at 1-2. As Page looks to shut things down. That'll be fouled way off into foul territory down the left field line. And staying alive on that pitch is Conroy. Another foul. Another foul ball for Lauren.
75 pitches for Page.
Up to 75 already.
Through 3.5.
Masiello deals. That's going to be popped up in a left field. And making the play for the Scarlet Raiders is a solid Alex DiMartino for the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 for Masiello and the Scarlet Raiders as we head to the bottom of the fourth here at Frederick Douglass Field. It's Rutgers Newark softball on Raider Vision. We'll be back right after this. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Frederick Douglass Field, the catcher Megan Tomaselli. The batter for the Scarlet Raiders, Megan takes high, ball one. 1-2-3 inning for Masiello to keep the score at 6-1. Lions with the lead. Lions, if you're just joining us, are ranked 19th nationally in Division III in the country right now, as they have had an incredible season, 13-3 overall, as both teams are in the tail end of their seasons preparing for the NJAC tournament. All teams in the NJAC will make the postseason, and that's going to be low and inside for Tomaselli. Count now 3-1. Good eye by Megan.
TCNJ's 3 losses coming to Salisbury, Rutgers Camden.
Oh, solid base hit
Rowan
to center field for Tomaselli. Leadoff runner on board here in the bottom of the fourth. Tom, who do those losses come against again?
It was Salisbury, Rutgers Camden, and Rowan.
Really? And Rowan has put together a pretty darn good season as well. And pinch running for Tomaselli will be
Yesenia Osorio.
You said it better than me, Tom. Yesenia Osorio. The speedy Yesenia Osorio. And Yesenia will be pinch running, as we said, for Megan Tomaselli, with no outs, squaring away to bunt, but popping it up in a foul territory for the first out of the inning was number 27, Patty French-Reyes. Good effort by Patty, but got it on the wrong end of the bat on that one for the first out of the inning. Looking to advance the runner.
TCNJ's lost to Salisbury. It was their first game of the season. They lost 13-3 in 5 innings. Then later lost to Camden 2-1. And then finally, they lost in game 2 to Rowan, 8-2.
Gotcha. So the only 3 L's for TCNJ this season. That could all change today. Scarlet Raiders threatening here in the bottom of the 4th. And Bardis now at 2-0. She should get a pretty good pitch to look at here. The third baseman for the Scarlet Raiders takes inside. Ball 3. With a runner on first for Rutgers Newark. This would be wise for Emily to take all the way. And Sweet deals strike.
A little low for my liking, but
yeah, borderline, looked a little low. I think the umpire, home plate umpire, has done a pretty good job.
she has.
Pretty consistent with her low strike calls. And Bardis slaps that one foul down the third base line. And just like that, the count full at 3-2. 1 away, runner on first. And Sweet. Borderline pitch, ball 4, great eye. Emily Bardis, runners on first and second. The Scarlet Raiders again threatening against the NJAC Player of the Week in pitcher Eliza Sweet. And Coach Miller going to come out to talk things over with her award-winning pitcher, Eliza Sweet.
Lots of meetings here already for Miller. A third one, twice with the pitcher, and then the first one was with the batters when they had bases loaded. So,
yeah, a lot of communication by Coach Miller, and Kate Seamster going to take advantage of this time to talk things over with her young charges for the Scarlet Raiders. We'll see what Alex DiMartino can do with runners on first and second as things break up, and we will get underway in just a second. 6-1, Lions with the lead. And Alex DiMartino with a good opportunity here to get the Scarlet Raiders back in this thing. Only 1 away. Sweet deals right over the plate with a fastball. 0-1 to count. Sweet takes the sign, takes something off of that one. A gorgeous pitch for strike number 2 as DiMartino took a healthy cut at that pitch, swinging right through it. In the hole now at 0-2. Sweet delivers, staying alive. Is DiMartino. Count remains 0-2. Runners on first and second. 0-2 count to DiMartino. Sweet deals and fouled away again. The other way this time as DiMartino continues to battle with this at-bat. Sweet deals. That's going to be inside, ball one. Count now 1 and 2. DiMartino.
She's on her.
Smacks one down the left field line, foul. She was all over that pitch by Sweet, Tom.
Absolutely. You know, if she straightened that one out, that was going left center or right down the left field line for either a double. Definitely a run would have scored. So.
I just like the contact.
Yeah.
I mean,
what do we say? What do we say? The confidence is growing.
Yeah, so she got out a little bit ahead on that swing. Let's see if
it's probably gonna be an off speed here, John.
DiMartino can even it out. Check swing. They say she went. DiMartino surprised as anybody on that call. Looked like she held up, but it's going to be strike three for the second out of the inning. Good sportsmanship by DiMartino by not taking that check swing call any further. But the home plate umpire said she broke the wrists, or broke the plane of the plate, I guess would be the better way to put it, for out number 2. And runners will remain at first and second as Coach Miller for the Lions comes out to make a change here with Sweet. Eliza Sweet, the NJAC Player of the Week, the owner of a perfect game in her last start, coming out of the game here in inning number 4. She will be replaced by number 25, Allie Schlee. That's number 25, Allie Schlee. Allie Schlee, 5 feet 7 inches tall, a sophomore out of Hamilton, New Jersey. Allie will get her warm-up pitches.
So Jackie Root, when she is in that quest for her 100th hit, will now have to face Allie Schlee.
Tom, is 100 hits in softball a lofty goal for 4 years, or is it a landmark? Is it a benchmark that other players have hit in your recent memory?
None of my recent memory here. So, but then again, this is only my 3rd season here.
Correct. So. I don't mean to put you on the spot.
No, and it's fine. But Jackie, she's had 42 hits, 38 hits in her first 2 years here, and then of course last year she was off to her best start ever. She was batting like 425, and then the season ended after 4 games. So she easily would have had it last year, and this year she would have probably
surpassed
been in the upper echelons of maybe 175, maybe even close to 200 hits.
Wow.
Instead, we're battling for 100 here.
You know, speaking of longevity and certain goals and benchmarks, it was amazing to see that Coach Miller for the other side on the Lions has a career record of 635 wins, 325 losses, and 3 ties. I mean, that is a lot of softball. So if I have any of those kinds of questions, you know who to go to.
Absolutely.
That is a woman who has seen it all at the collegiate level.
There's
in
no
softball.
faking her out.
And Schlee deals. That'll be a slow roller to the third baseman. And in time with the throw is Lauren Conroy to end the inning and to end the rally for the Scarlet Raiders as the score remains 6-1. But it was nice to see the Scarlet Raiders get a couple runners in scoring position. And after 5 innings of play, 6-1, Lions of TCNJ with the lead. We will be back with 5th inning action here on Raider Vision. Right after this, it's game 1 of this 2-game set here at Frederick Douglass Field in Newark, New Jersey. And we are back here in the top of the 5th inning at Frederick Douglass Field, Newark, New Jersey. The Lions of TCNJ with the 6-1 lead over your Scarlet Raiders. And foul ball for the catcher, Julia Mayerlich. Masiello staying in the game here in the 5th inning. Gets ahead on the count 0-1. Masiello deals, and it'll be a grounder to the shortstop. And making that look easy was Jackie Arute for out number 1. Tom, you gotta like these like Michigan-esque helmets for the Lions.
Very, very Wolverine-esque.
Yeah, Wolverine, Lion. I guess it could work both ways. As the Lions of TCNJ send up number 10, Jacqueline Cariffi. Jackie is a 1-0 on the count. As Masiello deals, that's going to be low and outside. 1-1 the count. 2-0 the count, I should say. Ooh, borderline pitch called a ball. And it is 3-0. Cariffi takes all the way, strike 1.
That riser came up through the zone and then high where she caught it. So if you're watching at home, you're saying, hey, that one's a bit high. That came through the zone.
Came through the zone with a little upward trajectory. And fouling that off in a left field is Cariffi for strike number 2. Cariffi with a little check swing to the shortstop. Running that out for the infield hit is Cariffi. You can't fault Jackie Arute on that one, as it was a check swing and she was aggressive on fielding that. But showing some wheels down the first base line was Jacqueline Cariffi for the infield hit. So the leadoff hitter in inning number 5 on base for the Lions, and that will bring us to the 7th hitter in the order today, Elise Nardoza. Nardoza's been solid defensively at first base this afternoon in game 1. And she's going to line that directly to the second baseman, Masha Corbett, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning. Masiello looked great last inning, and that continues here in the 5th.
It's really been the combo of Masiello and Masha Corbett stepping up on the infield.
Gorgeous pitch by Masiello, attempting to steal and getting in there safely for TCNJ was Nardoza. Credit the stolen base to Elise Nardoza, now in scoring position with 2 away. Canale now at 1-1 as Masiello deals inside ball 2.
You know, looking back at the innings, John, barring that 5-run third inning, this game is 1-1.
I was just thinking that. Masiello settling down a lot.
Yeah.
after that breakout offensive explosion for the Lions. And that bat went flying after that swing
Canale
by
maybe
Canale.
a little nervous at the plate. Palms are sweaty.
That's right. With runner in scoring position, maybe a little need a little something on that bat as it's.
Oh, they called that a foul.
A foul ball. Are they allowed to wear gloves, batting gloves?
Absolutely.
I just haven't seen a lot of that today for some reason.
Preference. I know when I played Little League, I was always a double glover.
Absolutely. Oh, that's a line drive, one-hop ground ball directly back to Masiello, who stabbed away at it for the put out at first. Page making that one look easy for the third out of the inning. Once again, Masiello strong, keeping the score 6-1 as it is time for the Scarlet Raiders to come up to bat here in the bottom of the fifth inning. And we will be back right after this on Raider Vision. Welcome back, everybody. We are all set for the start of the bottom of the fifth inning. Leadoff hitter in inning number 5 will be number 4, Masha Corbett. Masha making a couple of nice plays at second base in the last inning. We also have a substitution for TCNJ. Now entering the game at first base is number 31, Kayla Hillenbrand. Kayla replaces number 21, Elise Nardoza, and will be batting 7th in the order. Masha takes ball 1 as Schlee deals. That'll be a slow roller down the first baseline into foul territory. Count now 1-1 for Masha Corbett. A very vocal Scarlet Raiders bench as Masha swings away. Ground ball to the second baseman for the put-away. Masha grounding out for the first out of the inning. Julia Vardaman making the nice play at second for the Lions. Jockey Lara. Low.
Schlee's got that long windup there, John. She comes real high and then slowly comes through.
And it's a little deceptive with that kind of windup she's got. Yeah. Ooh, foul ball off the inside foot of Jackie Lara. Count now even at 1-1. Tom, you notice the wristband with the different pitches that
Yep.
is adorned on the left forearm of Schlee. Not all pitchers going with that. What do you think some of the benefits are of having that? Maybe she doesn't have all the new signals down, or?
No, I think it's more of the coaching staff. It's just easier to yell out like 4-3-4 and have the catcher and pitcher, decipher what pitch that is.
Depending on if the catcher's making the calls versus
Correct.
the coach.
And each pitcher has their own card, because if you noticed in between when the pitching changes, Schlee came out and gave the catcher her pitching card.
Exactly. So do you think there's multiple cards that can be put into play throughout the game?
Absolutely. You got to keep things different, because if a team starts catching on to your numbers, you got to make sure that you're switching it up. I'm sure there's 5 different number combinations for fastball. Same for curveball, screwball, riser, things like that.
Count now full for Jackie Lara with 1 away here in inning number 5. Called strike 3. Lara down looking for the second out of the inning, as Schlee looking sharp in her relief appearance this afternoon in game 1. And it's the number 4 hitter, Brianna Hernandez. Base is empty, 2 away for Hernandez, and Schlee deals. Looked like a little bit of movement on that. Curveball action, it appeared, out of Schlee for a first pitch strike to Hernandez. Hernandez digging in at the plate. That's going to be inside.
Bless you.
Count now 1-1. That was a gorgeous pitch by Schlee, a rising fastball that Hernandez couldn't catch up to. Hernandez now down in the count, 1-2 with 2 away here in the bottom of the 5th inning. TCNJ with a 6-1 lead. Schlee deals right down the middle. It's going to be a ground ball right back to Schlee for the easy put away and the 3rd out of the inning. 5 innings in the books here at Frederick Douglass Field. It's softball on a gorgeous spring afternoon in Newark, New Jersey. It's 6-1. Lions with the lead. We'll be back on Raider Vision right after this. Ali Schlee looking solid for the Lions of TCNJ. And it was Ali Schlee that got the W in game 2 for TCNJ against Rowan in their last outing. And that doubleheader in game 1 against Rowan, it was Sweet with the perfect game. Schlee with the win in game 2, and she has looked solid. But it's Masiello now in the top of the 6th inning for the Scarlet Raiders, who gets that first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Strike two, Masiello.
Wasting no time here.
As Lindsay Zengel, the junior out of Stockton, New Jersey, gets her first at bat. Got to be tough coming into a game after sitting for an hour or so. Lindsay takes the count to 1-2. Lindsay, a left-handed batter. An interesting grip on the bat by Lindsay, Tom. Hands not together. I don't often see that, but as a left-handed batter, maybe that's part of the ability to slap the ball to left field.
Yep.
What are your thoughts? Well, that one slapped to the second baseman.
I don't know the logic behind that hand grip there, John, so.
Masha Corbett with the put away in the first out of the inning. Well, it didn't work for Lindsay there as she grounds out to Corbett for the first out of inning number 6. And Novelling into left field and making the diving catch for the Scarlet Raiders is Alex DiMartino on her knees for the second out of the inning. Great play by DiMartino as Masiello has really gotten into a groove in these last 3 innings.
DiMartino really showing off her hustle out there in left field. We've seen her make those type of catches on several occasions this season.
And it's Katie Winchuk's turn as she squares around. Beautiful bunt and unable to make the throw, or choosing not to make the throw because it was such a perfect bunt, was Tomaselli. Not a whole lot Tomaselli could do on that play, as that was a textbook picture perfect bunt by Winchuk, who caught everybody by surprise on that one with 2 outs. And it will be an infield hit for Katie Winchuk. And it's going to be Ali Amerso, this left fielder. And the left-handed batter against Masiello. And, oh, close play at second on the steal attempt. But in there safely is Winchuk for the stolen base. Now in scoring position with 2 away.
She's done that every time she's been on the base. Tomaselli's got to be more aware. When the pitch comes in, she's gone every first pitch.
It has been every first pitch, and I'm not sure if they've talked about that on the Rutgers Newark side of things, but Tomaselli certainly with a good throw and a lot closer this time. But Winchuk's in there with the stolen base. Count now 0-2. Deep in the hole is Amerso. And that's going to be a base hit up the middle. Winchuk rounding third, coming for home. Play at the plate and out. A gorgeous tag by Tomaselli for the 3rd out of the inning. And what a throw by the center fielder, Michelle McMillan. Gorgeous bang bang play to end the inning, and they are pumped up on the Rutgers bench. Woo! Exciting play at the plate. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this. Well, some may call it the most exciting play in baseball, the play at the plate. Some might call the home run the most exciting play in baseball, but either way, that was exciting. And what a throw by Michelle McMillan as Megan Tomaselli was able to get that throw from M&M, apply the tag for the final out as we start the bottom of the sixth. Score remains 6-1. And it's the aforementioned Michelle McMillan who will lead off this sixth inning, bottom of the sixth inning for the Scarlet Raiders. Tom, I talked about Michelle before the game with her defensive abilities, and she proved it on that play.
I believe that's the second 8-2 put-out we've seen from her this season at this field.
You know, you're right. She is just
She's
exemplifies.
Got a cannon for an arm out there in center field.
You know, she's not she's not this overly imposing physical specimen, and I don't mean that in a derogatory way. She just uses every ounce of ability and strength that she has in that 5'4" body to her advantage, and really gets the most out of her ability. It's so a pleasure to watch as Michelle grounds out on that play for the first out. And the other part of that gorgeous play, Megan Tomaselli up at the plate. Couldn't have done that without Megan Tomaselli, who pops up to her counterpart, the catcher for TCNJ, Julia Mayernick. And just like that, there's two away. And again, we can't talk enough about Tomaselli's play at catcher, one of the hardest positions in softball, baseball as well. Take a beating back there behind the plate, and really the foundation for the Scarlet Raiders all season long at that position, Megan Tomaselli. Trying to give props where props are due with the last couple of home games here of the season. Lots to look forward to next season as well. And this one's far from over. Schlier deals inside. What do they call that? Yeah, 1-1 the count. And game two this afternoon will follow about 25 minutes after the last out of game number one, so don't go anywhere. Call it a, day-night doubleheader, Tom? Could it officially be that?
Yeah.
3 o'clock start?
Well, actually, no. I mean,
Day
dusk.
Day dusk doubleheader. D. And Schlier deals high. That's going to be 2-2 now to Patty French-Reyes, the right fielder. Nobody on, 2 away. Deuce is wild. And here's the pitch. Oh, borderline. Called ball 3.
It's a good eye there.
Good eye, Patty. Count now full. Schlier takes a look at the wristband, and Patty with a slow roller, unable to be handled by the pitcher, but backing her up was the third baseman, and a solid throw to first base by Lauren Conroy for the final out of the inning. 6 innings in the books here at Frederick Douglass Field. TCNJ 6, Scarlet Raiders 1. We'll be back with inning number 7 right after this. Paige Masiello staying in the game for the Scarlet Raiders, looking to go the distance as she has settled down quite a bit in these last 3 innings. It's been lights out for Masiello. And stepping into the box now is the third baseman, the cleanup hitter, Lauren Conroy. Masiello deals. Oh, tough grounder. Ricochets off the shortstop, a root, and kicks its way over to the second baseman, Masha Corbett.
We're going to rule that one a hit. That took a nasty bounce.
Yeah, that was a shot. A little ping, what is it? What do you call that? Pinball? A little pinball action for the infield hit. And Conroy is safely aboard first. And it's Mayernick, the catcher for NJCU.
TCNJ.
TCNJ.
Don't worry. That's a confusing combination.
And a good play for the put away. Runner does advance, now in scoring position. Mayernick with the sacrifice. One away. And Jacqueline Cariffi, the right fielder. Looks like the manager, head coach for TCNJ. Sally Miller is going to make a change. Pinch running now for TCNJ is number 27, Cameron Davies. She replaces Conroy at second. Interesting. So runner on second in scoring position for TCNJ. And it's Cariffi, the left-handed batter. Fouls that one out off to the left side. 1-1. They count to Jacqueline. Count now 1-2. Made a correction on our scoreboard. 1-2 the count, one away. Runner on second for the Lions. Masiello deals. That'll be a base hit in a left field. Runners now at second and third as Cariffi with the double for TCNJ. And it's the sophomore Kayla Hillenbrand with a big opportunity for the Lions as they have runners at second and third. Here in the top of the seventh, Masiello with the pitch. It's going to be ball one. So, Tom, I believe if 2 runs happen to score here, that would be the game, wouldn't it?
3, actually, John, because the spread has to be 8. That would only make it 7.
Isn't it?
It's 6-1, so that's 5
Oh,
difference.
It's 6. See, yeah, I was an English major for a reason, Tom. So it's 8. It has to be the spread of 8 runs, regardless of where in the inning it is.
Correct. Game would
Interesting. End. Okay. Learning more and more about this game. 3 runs. If 3 runs are scored this inning by
So, for example, if she were to hit a home run right now.
Would be a walk-off.
In a way, yes.
6-1 is the lead for the Lions. Count now at 2-2. Hillenbrand cranks that one into left field. Oh, gorgeous catch. DiMartino again with another big play, tagging up for the 7th run of the game is number. Who did you know who came through on that?
Davies.
It was Davies with the 7th run for the Lions. Score now 7-1 with 2 outs. A runner on third.
Pinch hitting, number 23, Victoria Espiazu.
And it's Victoria Espiazu pinch hitting. With 2 away, and Paige Masiello with the pitch. Espiazu takes strike 1. That's going to be outside. Ball 1 to Espiazu. Victoria Espiazu, a 5'3" junior out of Rockaway, New Jersey. Attended Morris Hills High School. And Masiello with the pitch. That's going to be fouled back. Diving play by Tomaselli. Good effort by Megan Tomaselli. Just out of her reach. Showing great hustle on that play. So it's 2-2 with 2 outs. Here in the top of the 7th. 7-1 lead for the Lions. Pinch hitter Victoria Espiazu. Swings Tomaselli again, basket catch. And they give her credit for the catch. She bobbled it briefly, but is able to hold on for the final out here in the top of the 7th inning. It's 7-1. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Last licks for the Scarlet Raiders coming right up here on Raider Vision. Welcome back, everybody. It's the bottom of the 7th inning here at Frederick Douglass Field. Scarlet Raiders trailing TCNJ 7-1 here in NJAC softball action game number 1. It's last licks for the Scarlet Raiders as Jackie Arute.
Emily Bardis.
Emily Bardis, the third baseman.
Batters 8, 9, and 1 due
8,
up here.
9, and 1. Jackie, left-handed batter, third baseman.
Emily Bardis.
Emily Bardis. Thank you, Tom. And Emily swings away. It's now 0-2. Tom, you can't say enough about this job by Ali Schlee coming in.
Yeah, she's really shut down the Scarlet Raiders.
And a good 1-2 combination between Eliza Sweet and Ali Schlee here in game 1. And Bardis will swing away to stay alive. Count remains at 1-2. So it will be Bardis, DiMartino, and Jackie Arute, who will give another crack at rising up the hits list in her career. Holding at 98.
99.
99.
Just one more. And she'll have a chance.
And down swinging goes
After
Bardis for out number 1. So Alex DiMartino, with one away, is the batter for the Scarlet Raiders. She'll be followed by Jackie Arute, who's holding at 99 all-time hits in her career at Rutgers Newark. That'll be foul back. 0-1 the count to DiMartino. And Tom, this is going to be a tough team in the NJAC tournament. TCNJ winning the NJAC tournament back in 2019. Certainly have to be a favorite this year as well.
Absolutely. It's a combination between them and Rowan. You know, they split during their regular season meeting. So if they pair up again, if they wind up meeting in the championship game, look for a closely well-pitched game.
DiMartino in the hole at 0-2. Schlee deals, and that's going to be strike 3, 2 away. And fittingly, for Jackie Arute, we're down to the last out for the Scarlet Raiders, and I say fittingly because Jackie, as we mentioned, is holding on 99 career hits, and if there could be any moral victories here in game 1, it would be great to see Jackie reach that historic landmark right now. Schlee deals, takes something off of that one. That's going to be outside with the off-speed pitch. 0-1, 1-0. A lot of cameras out, videotaping.
There won't be a shortage of
Jackie
angles
Arute.
should she get this hit.
And that's going to be high. Ball 2. Jackie ahead on the count, 2-0. And hopefully she gets a good pitch to look at here. Schlee deals, flared into right
And
field,
there
and
it
it's a base hit. The 100th hit of Jackie Arute's career here at Rutgers Newark. And a big congratulations to Jacqueline Arute, the senior out of Berlin, Connecticut, with her 100th career hit, a base hit into right field against NJAC powerhouse this season, TCNJ. And if there was a moral victory in today's game, it certainly comes in the shape of hit number 100 for Jackie Arute. As The bench goes crazy for the Scarlet Raiders. Signs in tow and the video cameras were rolling as it's now official and in the books. Once again, a big congratulations to Jackie Arute. And Masha Corbett now with a runner on first and 2 away. It'll be 0-1. And the big windmill pitch by Schlee, going to be grounded, unable to handle it, is the third baseman. And Masha will be safe at first. As Lauren Conroy, who's back in the game at third base, bobbled that one, but I think it will be scored an infield hit for Masha Corbett. And now the other Jackie, it's Lara this time, with runners on first and second, 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. And Schlee takes something off of that one, ball 1.
On your screen right now, we have Jackie Lara's 100th hit as a replay. So you want to catch that in action.
Oh, very cool. Very nice to see. And that'll be a flare. Base hit, getting past the right fielder. 1 run scores. 2 runs scores. And running into third with the stand-up triple. And as count now full. 3-2, 2 out, bottom of the 7th, runner on third, 7-3, the Lions with the lead. Two runs have already come in so far in inning 7 for the Scarlet Raiders. The pitch staying alive, fouling that one away is Hernandez. Ali Schlee, windmill, fouling that back and out of play is Hernandez. Stays alive at 3-2, the count. Hernandez battling with this at bat as Schlee and Hernandez continue to go toe to toe. Full count and strike 3, game over. Hernandez strikes out to end the game, and TCNJ will take the first of this 2-game set here at Frederick Douglass Field in Newark, New Jersey, with a final score 7-3. But a big congratulations to shortstop number 22, Jackie Arute, with her last at bat. Now in the 100 hit club for the Scarlet Raiders. 100 hits in her career, and she will look to add to that in game number